everybody, and welcome Parallaxers to another Parallax ASMR video. This is the first video that I'm making after my 1,000 subscriber celebration. I took a few days off, and related to that, I have a channel update to share with you. But while I do that, I will be using some triggers. First is this detangling brush. This is my wife's, and someone on the 1,000 subscriber special requested this, so here it is. I love the sound of this brush. The channel update is that I'm going to be posting less frequently than I have been. My goal was to post every day, a long form video every single day, which I started in mid-October, and my goal was to do it until the end of the year. And then I decided I would just do it until I hit 1,000 subscribers, which I did, which is very, very exciting. And as of right now, the last time I checked, I was at 1,058, so in the last few days without posting, that subscriber count has shot up, which I'm very, very thankful for. Thank you to every single one of you. There are a few reasons for dialing back a little bit, so the schedule that I'm planning is 3 times a week instead of 7 times a week. So 3 times a week, probably on, I haven't decided the days yet, but it's probably going to be Monday, Thursday, and Saturday. That's what I'm thinking right now. I'll post a long form video on those days, and also probably a short too. There are a few reasons for that. The first, as I mentioned in a previous video, is that work is in flux for me right now. There was seemingly some bad news, and then that bad news kind of went away, kind of. I have work again, which is a relief, a big relief. And I'm also working on building something new, which is going to take time and a lot of effort. So I'm going to take some time away from this and move it to that, just because obviously I need to make a living, and that's got to be a focus for my wife and me. I'm going to switch triggers, but I hope this was enough of the brush for you. Next up, I brought my sunglasses because I recently saw a video in which somebody, oh cool, tapped on sunglasses that they were wearing. I don't like that, so I'll not be doing that, but I do think the noise is very nice. A friend of mine from high school actually started this sunglass company, which is really cool. And they're good sunglasses, like polarized, and I've had them, I think I got these during COVID, so I've had them since 2020, so almost 6 years. What was I saying? Oh yeah, the reasons for reducing how often I'm posting. Another reason is because when I start something, I often do a lot of research about it, and when I started this channel, my goal was to kind of avoid listening to what other people preach online, as far as like how to build a channel. And that may sound kind of silly, but the reason is because it's very easy to get wrapped up answers, when in actuality, they probably don't. Some YouTubers probably have found success doing things that others say you should never do. It depends on so many factors, so I've been trying to distance myself from that a little bit, but I was speaking with another ASMR artist who has far more subscribers than I do, and they recommended decreasing the number of videos I post, and even in this case, I try not to take people's word as truth, because again, they might not know. I'm not saying they had ill intentions, just that it depends on so many different things. But it made sense to me logically. They said that if you post every single day, a long form video every single day, one, your quality is likely to be lower. I don't think that's true in my case, but it might get better as I make fewer videos. So that remains to be seen. But I'm gonna switch again. Next, I have this really, really satisfying looking thing with these like squishy beads in it. I feel like this could almost be like visual ASMR trigger. Like, look how nice that looks. But also I think it sounds pretty good. It's like a much lighter sound than normal, but I like it. This is an eye mask. I think I've mentioned this in previous videos too. My wife has like a clogged ear duct or something, or an ongoing issue with something like that, and she had these like disposable. I actually have one here. They're not really disposable, they're reusable a bunch of times. And they sound so good. I've used these a bunch of times in videos and shorts, but I figured it was time for a change. So this is like a reusable, and you microwave this, and it heats up the gel beads inside. Anyway, so what this YouTuber mentioned just makes logical sense to me, and it might still not be right, but they said that when you post a lot of long form content, it can start competing with itself. So even if somebody really likes your videos, they'll get recommended, I don't know, 2 or 3 on the side of a video, and they can only click on one, so it makes it seem like people aren't watching your videos as much. Again, I try not to get bogged down in like the specifics, because I'm not, my goal is not to become like a super famous person. It's just to make good ASMR that helps people sleep and unwind and relax and de-stress. So I'm not like super concerned about whether or not that's true. But along with needing to spend more time focused on my career, it just makes sense for me. So I hope that no one is disappointed. There are some mental health things that I'm working on actively, and one of them is the pressure that I put on myself to do lots of different things. So it's kind of everything in my career, my relationships, my hobbies. Everything becomes kind of like an obsession, and then it can take away from my enjoyment of life rather than add to it. And I really don't want this to become something that starts taking away from my enjoyment of life, because I really do enjoy this, and I want it to be something that I can do for a long time. And so I think stepping back a little bit switch again. Next up, I have another fan favorite. This cork trivet. I love how bassy this sounds. I'm not even sure which I like better, the finger pad tapping or the fingernail tapping. Totally changing the subject. There's another ASM artist that I am collaborating with. I'm really excited about this, and I've mentioned this in the past too. But they're going to include me in a collaboration video with other creators, other ASMR creators, which is really cool. And they're going to appear in a video on my channel, which is crazy. When you see who it is, I think you might be surprised because I have a very small channel and they have a very big channel, and it's just really cool that there's like that instant sense of community. Like, oh, you're an ASMR artist too? Yeah, of course, let's collaborate. That's amazing. And everybody's busy and has their own things to deal with, and still that creator is willing to work with someone. I mean, they're almost certainly not going to get any benefit from it. They're just invested in the ASM artist community, in addition to being invested in the ASMR community, which is just really awesome. I can't say enough positive things about this entire community, like the creators and the viewers. You guys are so ridiculously supportive, and it makes continuing this, in spite of dealing with everything outside of it, so much easier and so much more rewarding. So thank you. Also, the number of people that congratulated me on 1,000 subscribers was awesome. Anyway, that collaboration. So I sent over a video idea this past weekend, and the creator really liked it, which I'm a little relieved about because it's the first one that I'm doing. And it's a little nerve-wracking to put yourself out there and come up with an idea, especially the idea that I came up with. So, you might know that I am a fiction writer, not like professionally. I've been trying to get published for a year and a half now. I'm gonna switch triggers because I got caught up. Next up, I have this tape ball, which I call a tacky ball. And I love how this sounds too, because you get the, and also the, so nice. Yeah, so I don't write, I do write professionally. I don't write fiction professionally. But I have written fiction my entire life. Like, my childhood bedroom was full of notebooks that I would write stories in. And I would illustrate them too when I was younger. And all throughout middle school, high school, well, elementary school, middle school, high school, even college, undergrad, and grad school. And then after that too, I've always written fiction. And recently, I've always written fantasy and sci-fi, but recently I've focused a lot more on sci-fi, and the idea that I sent to this other creator was like in a fictional sci-fi ASMR world, which is weird. And so I was a little nerve-wracking sending that and putting this strange idea out there, but they liked it and we're gonna do it, so I'm really excited about that too. So prepare for some weirdness in the future. What else do I have to tell you? I think 1,000 subscribers to come together and do like 1 minute, 1 to 2 minutes each, and make a big video with a bunch of smaller creators. I am happy to report that that did not work out because I wanted to do it for my 1,000 subscriber special, and you guys like blew up my channel in the first 3 months, and it's taking a long time to get everybody together, and so I hit 1,000 before I was able to do that, like long before. I only have a couple of people who have submitted videos so far. So if you know, I'm assuming that you watch other ASMR content. If there are other creators who have, let's say, under 5,000 now, under 5,000 subscribers, and you think that they would be interested in doing a collaboration, send them to me. My email is on my channel page, so you can just leave a comment on their video, like, email this person if you're interested. You certainly don't have to do that, but it would be cool. I'm actively reaching out to people too, so it's gonna happen no matter what. It's just taking a long time. Okay, let's switch. Next, I have this thing. This is a some kind of a weight. I think it's like an ankle weight. It's my wife's. She's got 2 of them. But these things sound pretty nice. That might be too loud. Oh, that's a nice sound. Tomorrow I am leaving for Oklahoma. A childhood friend of mine. So my mom was friends with his mom in elementary school, and then they moved to California and lived there for years, and then they moved back here. And we've seen them like our entire lives pretty much. But I became really good friends with the son of my mom's friend, and we grew closer and closer, and now we see each other way more often than our moms do. But he moved to Oklahoma, and I've only seen him 3 times since he moved there, and I think it's been 2 years, 2 or 3 years. And he's getting married, so we get to go to Oklahoma and be witnesses. So that's gonna be cool. The only thing I don't like about traveling is not being able to see my dog, because he is my best friend. He's such a sweet boy. We had I'm gonna switch to the last trigger. Lastly, I have these clips. They're like food container clips. I'm not sure I like these. Actually, that's okay. We had a place to board our dog, and it wasn't really a boarder. It was this woman who lives in an area with a lot of space. She had 3 acres totally fenced in, and she would watch like 3 or 4 dogs at a time, and they would get to roam around the yard and be free situation because our dog's very active and he doesn't do well, like sitting still. And we never wanted to send him to a boarder because it's just so sad that they have to sit in a crate all day, especially because he's just an active guy. But he was naughty the last time he went to that woman's house, and so he was asked not to come back, which is a shame. So we found a new place that's kind of in between a boarder and that. He's gonna go there for the first time this weekend, or this week, tomorrow. So we'll see how